It will come like sweet music to the thousands of poor families struggling to make ends meet, particularly those living within Nairobi. The money, according to the government, will be a permanent feature in its social protection program and will be paid out to the poor families through the M-Pesa money transfer service. The amount to be paid is yet to be decided.
As you know, there has been cash transfer to some elderly people in the parts of the rural area. That was basically the experimental phase. And now we are using the experience gained to roll this other one out.
On Wednesday in Parliament, the Prime Minister announced new measures to cushion Kenyans against the sting of the escalating cost of living, which, among other things, included cutting down taxes on kerosene and waiving import duty on maize and wheat, a move that raised questions among members of Parliament and other stakeholders outside Parliament. Thus, Thursday afternoon saw Odinga meet with various key players involved in the implementation of the proposals, including the Kenya Revenue Authority and the Energy Regulatory Commission, to iron out some of the matters arising. Farmers had raised concern that the measure to waive import duties on maize and wheat to allow private importers to bring in more supplies would cushion the consumer but would expose them to massive losses. However, the government says that the move will by no means affect the farmers since the international prices of grains are significantly higher than the current local prices.
It's important to be optimistic. Our forecasts are that situations remaining normal because of the effort the government has put this season in supplying of seed and fertilizer. We are likely to produce enough.
In its efforts to cushion the poor further, the government will begin installing solar lamps, efficient stoves and biogas equipment in low-income settlements by July 2011, as well as seeking to move away from fossil fuels and into solar and wind energy. The government may, however, have to review some taxes upwards, but it says this will be a last resort.
Combined effect is going to be very, very important to the consumer. It's because reducing cost of doing business is actually improving on the real wages.
The rate of inflation in the country accelerated to 9% as fuel prices rose up from 3% 3 months ago, a development triggered by high international prices of oil and food. The ERC has been waiting for a legal notice to effect the prices of cuts announced by the government and now says prices may reduce in the next few days. More benefits await the low-income earners, with the government having pledged to increase the minimum wages on Labor Day. Willis Raburu, Citizen Live.